Today, the Art Bulletin is coming to you from the Auto and General Theatre on the Square out in Sandton in Johannesburg. Welcome to it. My name is Dumisi Dumedi, and as always, thank you very much for staying with us. Music in Africa is a new and groundbreaking web platform that allows its users to enhance their knowledge of African music scenes while effectively networking and promoting their own work for free. We spoke to the Goethe Institute about this initiative.
The idea is to create something that creates access into the African music sector, bringing together the people operating it, and giving, more importantly, information about what's happening. The reason why we started this initiative is because we realized that there is no access to the sector, and people operating in it don't exchange and collaborate, and there's no awareness of what's happening, and people normally just focus on what's happening in their country. So this portal brings together all the people and gives them information for free. It's generally targeted at everyone who is interested in the African music sector, from musicians to record labels, publishers, and also music fans who just want to know what's happening.
The Market Photo Workshop's latest exhibition aims to create dialogues with its audiences about issues relating to masculinity. It's about how men view themselves and the perceptions society has about the male figure. Skim Saka by Tieni Fellow Sipho Kongega opens on Wednesday in Newtown.
The whole exhibition is about the representation and stereotype of black men in South Africa, looking at films, TV dramas, and looking at how clothes play a very important role in the society, and how we as a community get to separate ourselves from the way we dress. So basically I'm looking at those ideas and how movies kind of give us this identity of how a thug should look like, how a gangster should look like. And as a kid growing up, those image that you see on TV somehow get very confusing and problematic. So I want to become a gangster because I saw Papa Action, I saw Chester, the way they were dressing up. So I'm raising those issues as a kid growing up and without a father. When you look at TV, you somehow look at these images and somehow you want to reflect what you see on TV and you want to put it in reality.
Are You Dick, which is a play directed by Robert Coleman, takes a serious look at the lighter side of love and sex. Starring Coco Merkel and Esmeralda Bill, the production is currently on at the Soweto Theatre until the 3rd of next month.
It's about relationships. It asks the question, are you dick of your husband sleeping around? Are you dick of having these young boys hit on you? Are you dick of and So it takes a look at relationships, this different kind of relationships. Married, not married, married having extramarital relationships, young, old. It takes a look at all of that.
Firstly, there's 10 couples,
yes,
which means it's 10 scenes. So we play 10 couples each, so it means 10 characters each. Yes. And the interesting thing about this is that, as Esmeralda said, we're exploring relationships and promiscuity. And we're just basically asking the question, as she said, are you duck? Mm. And in each scene, the couples ask each other the question, one or the other, are you duck? Are you duck of me? Mm-hmm. Are you just, are you duck of me? So you're going to see somebody else. Yeah. So essentially, that's what it's all about.
Malian musician Vieux Fakature will be in South Africa for a series of performances this month. The now legendary singer and guitarist who started out as a drummer and son of Ali Fakature will perform in Johannesburg, Durban and Cape Town between the 16th and the 18th.
Vieux Fakature is just an incredible energy as a being, and I think that really comes across when he performs live. I also think the amazing thing about Vieux Fakature is that he has this deeply rooted traditional element to his music, but at the same time he brings it right into present day reality. So he really does appeal to the young and the old. If you're a music purist, you'll love him, whereas if you're a young person who's just been introduced to this style of music, he'll also groove you completely. This man is probably one of the most important musicians coming out of Africa of this generation. He comes from such a rich and strong musical lineage.
Wayfinding is an exhibition that explores feminine experiences of faith, relationships and motherhood. It's by Zimbabwean artist Portia Zovaira and it opened at the Stevenson Gallery in Joburg on Thursday evening.
Portia has one of the most, I think, individual styles I've seen in a long time, and that she's painting so daringly and so expressively is not something that you see so often in the 21st century, given the kind of shying away from painting that has happened. You know, painting's always seen as this really traditional historical medium that seems to increasingly be being shifted out of the contemporary realm. But I mean, Portia kind of owns the medium in a way that very few people are able to. There's a really strong assertion of a powerful female. I don't think it's just representing a female in domestic settings, but representing kind of, the challenges and the kind of negotiations one has to make as a woman.
An exhibition that takes on the theme of hair in African art will open at the Wits Art Museum. But in the run-up to that competition, WEM, in partnership with Black Like Me, will run a competition for professional and student hairstylists to showcase their creativity and their experience. It's called the Doing Hair Competition.
The competition is open to professional hairstylists and student hairstylists, so students who are learning the profession of hairdressing basically are eligible to enter. What they can win is the opportunity to be part of the exhibition Doing Hair in African Art, which will be showcased at the Wits Art Museum in August. So what will happen is all the winners in the 3 different categories will have their winning hairstyle photographed by a professional photographer, and their work will be included as part of the exhibition. And they'll also win a hamper of products from Black Like Me, who's the main sponsor of the exhibition as well. We've made it very easy to enter. People can enter via Twitter, by sending their image of their hairstyle to us on Twitter at Wits Art Museum, and they use the hashtag #WAMDoingHair. They can also send a photograph also to us on Facebook using the hashtag #WAMDoingHair. They can also enter via WeChat or WhatsApp. They just WhatsApp their image to us, and they can find more details about how to enter on our Facebook page.
Have you ever heard of Eve Enslav? She's an amazing, hardworking and world-renowned activist who addresses issues of violence against women and children. Among her many creations are the Vagina Monologues and V-Day. This weekend, UJ Arts and Culture, in association with V-Day, bring you Dr. Prex Gavenda in conversation with Eve Enslav.
I was separated from my body as a child because of the violence my father perpetrated on me.
Among Eve Enslav's works is I Am an Emotional Creature, The Secret Life of Girls Around the World, a collection of original monologues for girls that aims to inspire girls to take action over their minds, bodies, hearts and interests. Enslav has been involved in several films, including V-Day, Until the Violence Stops, and a PBS documentary, What I Want My Words to Do to You. Enslav is a regular here in South Africa, and she travels all over the world, especially for her Vagina Monologues, which have been rewritten and restaged by different thespians across the world. Tomorrow's conversation between Eve Enslav and Dr. Prex Gavenda will be at the University of Johannesburg's Arts Centre Theatre. The conversation will centre on Eve's latest book, In the Body of the World, a memoir of cancer. The evening is free, but seats must be reserved by calling 011 447 5612, or you can email RSVP at dreammultimedia.co.za. As music lovers and critics have it, South African band Monarch is slowly but surely changing the face of our pop music scene. The 4-piece band will perform at Music Connections in Johannesburg on Wednesday, the 9th of July. It's the official album launch.
Hitting the South African airways with their first 2 singles titled Smiling and Build Up. Monarch are reputable to score a hat-trick of knockouts with their 3rd single called Something, which is on their debut album titled Negatives. The band consists of 5 members, 2 guitarists, 1 pianist, 1 drummer and a vocalist. Monarch's ability of songwriting is rich in meaning and soul-thrilling hooks. The album Negative is being launched at the Music Connection on Wednesday the 9th of July.
And that's all the time we have for this edition of the Art Bulletin, coming to you from the Uber Red Auto and General Theatre on the Square out in Sandton, Johannesburg. To find out more about their latest plays, do visit www.theatreonthesquare.co.za. To keep in touch with us, you can always email morninglive@sabc.co.za. You can also tweet @morninglivesabc. Until next time, it's a goodbye from us.